Canelo. Like I said, I've been saying this. I don't think size win fights. I think skills do. So, yeah, I think like being a southpaw with good movement and sharp boxing, it'd be hard for Canelo with that high guard to walk him down and load up on them big hooks. I think Bud would be Canelo.
How is Crawford, his composure going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo?
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford.
Yeah.
He's
the weight classes.
He's the most composed guy. Yeah. What, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him?
The long-awaited and intensely hyped face-to-face meeting between Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terence Bud Crawford finally took place during a major press tour leading up to their colossal super middleweight showdown, scheduled for September 13, 2025, in the electrifying boxing capital of Las Vegas. This tension-filled confrontation unfolded under the grand spotlight of the Riyadh season events, where global media gathered to witness history in the making. As both champions stared each other down, an unspoken war of wills erupted. Their unwavering eye contact, fierce expressions, and stoic demeanor created a heavy, dramatic atmosphere. Canelo's intense stare clashed with Crawford's composed determination, painting a vivid portrait of the contrasting mindsets they bring into the ring. This wasn't just a stare-down, it was a psychological battle, laying the groundwork for a titanic clash of styles, resumes, and legacies. Framed as a once-in-a-generation bout, this fight is being promoted as the defining moment of modern boxing, a war between two elite pound-for-pound kings vying for total super middleweight dominance.
Unrelated to this fight, but Turkey made it seem like you weren't going to be promoting the Terence Crawford-Canelo fight. Is there anything you can kind of clear up on that?
He made it feel like I wasn't?
Yeah, well, he said that someone else was promoting it. He didn't say no TKO, he just didn't include your name in a tweet, and people kind of freaked out online about like where'd Dana go.
I'm going to tell you what's awesome, man. So there's a lot of up things about boxing, but they don't say shit. I mean, nobody talks. It's the most amazing thing.
Saul Canelo Alvarez, the pride of Mexico, stands as one of the most decorated fighters in modern boxing, having conquered 4 weight divisions and currently reigning as the undisputed super middleweight champion. Known for his crushing punching power, slick defensive maneuvers, and unmatched versatility inside the ropes, Canelo has methodically dismantled some of the sport's most iconic names. His resume speaks volumes, reflecting a storied career that has earned him a place among the pantheon of boxing legends. Canelo's achievements across multiple weight classes have solidified his legacy and made him a symbol of consistency, dominance, and excellence in the sport.
You fought Floyd Mayweather at what? You're 23?
23.
That's so fucking young.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I try to beat him because, you know, if you beat him, you want to be the best in the world at 23.
What do you think was so impressive about him?
His experience, he's so smart. He have everything in a fighter, a complete fighter. He don't have power in the punches, but when you that kind of fighter, you don't need it.
You think that was the toughest fight you faced?
No.
What do you
I think it's tough fights and difficult fights. That was a difficult fight.
Canelo is beating these guys with all 5 layers of defense. Number 1, feet. Number 2, elbows, hands, shoulders, and the mind. This is exactly how both of those guys got to the highest level of boxing supremacy. Canelo Alvarez means to the Mexican fans what Floyd Money Mayweather meant for black people. 50 wins in boxing, no losses, no draws. And follow for more.
Hailing from Omaha, Nebraska, Terence Bud Crawford is equally celebrated, having captured world titles in 4 different weight classes: lightweight, light welterweight, welterweight, and recently, super welterweight. Known for his rare ability to seamlessly switch stances mid-fight, Crawford combines high fight IQ with explosive power, making him one of the most cerebral and dangerous boxers alive. His landmark victory over Errol Spence Jr., which earned him the title of undisputed welterweight champion, marked a historic moment and elevated his standing as one of the sport's finest technicians. Crawford's calculated aggression and strategic brilliance continue to leave fans and analysts in awe.
We have to talk about this. Terence Crawford just tweeted, Canelo versus Crawford is definitely by far the biggest fight in boxing. This guy is not playing around. All right. Crawford, pound for pound, #1. Canelo, biggest star in boxing still at the moment. Anywhere. I'm not talking about just in the US, Mexico, the UK, everywhere. Canelo is now open. At first it was, hey, I can't go down to 160. I can't do a catch weight of 160. If he wants to fight me, it's gonna be at 168. Plus, I'm not gonna get any credit if I beat a Terence Crawford. It would be like Terence Crawford fighting Tank, moving 2 weight classes up, and I'm not gonna get credit for that. Terence Crawford is a special fighter. He is like a Floyd and a Manny that can move up to weight classes, carry his power, can beat up bigger guys. He's a special
Canelo Alvarez currently rules the super middleweight division with authority. His professional record, a remarkable 63 wins, only 2 defeats, and 2 draws, including 39 victories by way of knockout, testifies to his greatness. His career includes championship wins in 4 divisions: super middleweight, middleweight, junior middleweight, and light heavyweight. In 2021, Canelo etched his name in boxing history by becoming the first ever undisputed super middleweight champion, a feat that confirmed his dominance and unmatched skill across multiple weight categories.
Listen, Canelo needs to understand he's a different fighter now. The deterioration is there. He's not the same guy. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're going to knock them out, and then going into, 6 decisions in a row now? Scores a knockdown every time, the power's still there. The problem is the pace and the ability to carry on and push. That's the real difference, and that comes with age. He's 34 going on 45 at this, as far as I'm concerned. He's got a ton of fights, been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys, because he is fighting younger, bigger guys. So you got to keep that in mind.
Standing 5 feet 8 inches tall and age 34, Canelo blends sheer power, ring intelligence, and extensive experience into a dangerous package. His recent unanimous decision victory over the undefeated William Skull in May 2025 reaffirmed that he remains a top-tier competitor in today's boxing landscape. Even with younger and rising stars knocking at the door, Canelo's masterful footwork, sharp counterpunching, and refined technique continue to keep him ahead of the pack. His ability to adjust mid-fight and control the pace separates him from most contemporaries.
When he fought Canelo and he was like standing right in front of Canelo and Canelo's just whiffing, it was a life lesson. And then you look at how good Canelo's head movement got after that fight when he realized it. I mean, my God, when he fought Danny Jacobs and Canelo's just standing right in front of him, bobbing. That's all what he learned from fighting.
Terence Crawford made it clear that height and reach won't define this bout. He pointed out that both he and Canelo stand at 5 feet 8 inches, but emphasized that his arms are actually longer. He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy, Crawford remarked, downplaying the idea that he's facing a physical mismatch. He dismissed the narrative suggesting a significant size disadvantage, arguing instead that Canelo's perceived size advantage comes from his history of competing at higher weight classes, including light heavyweight. In contrast, Crawford's progression through the weight divisions, from lightweight to super welterweight, has been methodical and earned, reinforcing his belief that he belongs in the ring with Canelo.
Fight, realistically left your mind once he said he's not interested, or you still pursuing it?
Not at all. I think business talk. With the right business come across the table, it happens. I just be talking, man. Canelo a big dude, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I believe in my abilities. He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy. Like, he's 5'8", I'm 5'8", you know what I mean? My arm's longer than his, so that fight would be good.
How is Crawford, his composure going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo?
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford.
Yeah.
He's
the weight classes.
He's the most composed guy. Yeah. What, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him? No. He's already moved up 3 weight classes. So now you're talking 6 if you add on 3. Crawford has the ability to slow things down in the ring that very few people have, and to see things that nobody else can see because he slows it down. Yeah, he's got great power. He carried it up. Yeah, he's got good hand speed. Yeah, he's got all that. He's got good technique. His coaches do a tremendous job with him. But the timing is impeccable. It's better than anyone else's. Why? Because of this. When a guy has that ingredient, and very, very few have, I can't count him out in anything.
Initially, Canelo Alvarez was dismissive about a potential clash with Crawford. However, his stance shifted once he recognized the financial and historical implications of such a fight. He later admitted he'd take the bout if it made sense from both a legacy and business standpoint. On the other hand, Crawford chose not to take a tune-up fight before facing Canelo, an unusual move considering the jump to 168 pounds. Some boxing analysts argue this decision could backfire. Facing an elite opponent like Canelo without testing the waters at super middleweight could expose Crawford to significant risk. Many believe this fight is less about competitive balance and more about the massive financial reward at stake, with several critics labeling it a money fight rather than a true sporting contest. The consensus among experts seems to lean toward Canelo having a clear edge, both in terms of experience at the weight and raw power.
Terence Crawford gonna beat Canelo Alvarez? We need to talk about it. When we look at the guys who've had success with Canelo, we'll look at Bivol, we'll look at Golovkin, we'll look at Floyd, and we'll look at Lara. Yes, I'll throw Lara in there, why not? I think all these fights are absolutely irrelevant coming into this bout. Some of them are just dated, or some of these guys' style just cannot apply. For example, a guy in Lara. If Crawford wanted to fight how Lara fought Canelo, he would probably gas out in 7 rounds, or if he made it 12, he just wouldn't get that decision. It's that simple. Let's take a guy in Golovkin. Crawford just simply does not have the punching power, nor do I think he has the gas tank at 68. He's not a good enough puncher to try to fight Canelo like Golovkin. He doesn't have the physical traits even in the chin department. Then you have Floyd Mayweather. While both can have a bit of similarities, the speed, reflexes, technical prowess, IQ, timing, counterpunching, lateral movement, it's just too much from Floyd. I don't think Bud could take much from Floyd's game plan to implement it into his own success in September. And then you have Dimitri, the speed, the technical prowess, the IQ, the length. It is too much. So essentially, Terence Crawford is gonna have to beat Canelo in a way that nobody has ever beaten him or gave him any issues in. I'm gonna tell you exactly how Crawford's gonna fight. He's gonna fight like his damn self. It's too late in his career to change up the game plan. It's too late in his career for him to want to change up the game plan coming to a fight of this magnitude with a style he's never fought before. That would be a recipe for disaster. He's going to be more than likely off the back foot. He's going to be looking for counter shots. And I think there will be a point in this fight where he's simply just trying to survive. I like Crawford. He's an amazing pound-for-pound fighter. Different animal at 168. This is one of the greatest of all time. I see win scenarios for him, but I don't see him being realistic. I can see him fighting off the back foot, using his speed, timing, and feet to stay away from Canelo, but that's very, very, very unlikely. Damn near impossible.
In a candid moment, Canelo reportedly described the bout against Crawford as easy money, suggesting the event could generate as much as $150 million. This staggering potential payday is one of the key motivators for both fighters agreeing to this unprecedented matchup. Their combined star power and global recognition make this a once-in-a-lifetime mega fight. Crawford, however, pushed back against the idea that he's out of his depth. He reminded everyone that while Canelo moved up and suffered losses, he himself has climbed divisions and continued to win. Using this as a counterpoint, Crawford reiterated his confidence, declaring that he's not intimidated by the challenge. Instead, he sees it as another opportunity to silence the doubters and prove that he can rise to and even exceed the level expected in higher weight classes.
Talk all the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that, Canelo.
If it's what I want, I'm gonna take it. You know.
Would you put a rehydration clause?
We'll see. I don't like to talk about other fights. Got it.
But you understand, like that's the fight that everyone wants to see. That's the fight that fans want to see. You
I
understand
understand that. Same happened with Golovkin.
Yeah, and it happened.
And same happened with Terence.
And it happened.
And same happened with the video something.
And it happened. I think it happened.
And with Troll, and with Mayweather, and with Cotto.
That's why I believe the fight has happened. Would you ever go for 175? Because 168, I feel like you fought everybody. They're taking belts away from you. 175, you got Benavidez, you got Morrell, you got the three Mexican people.
If I go 175, that's pretty much it.
That would be the first one? Well, then you can look around and see what's out there 175.
And then wait.
Would you make a Crawford's performance against Masvidal?
I think he knows why his class is there. Right? He make a good fight. For me, I think the fight or draw would be the other side.
He was saying your name a lot all week. I was out there in
because
LA.
he want to sell the fight. If they don't talk about me, they don't sell.
Would you look at a fight with Crawford? Because in the past you told me no.
If the money is right,
money's got to be big.
I don't like fighters around.
If you want to stay 168 or look at 175.
Speaking on the Joe Rogan Experience, Crawford candidly acknowledged that a fight with Canelo Alvarez would represent the pinnacle of his career. While legacy still matters to him, he openly admitted that at this stage in his life and career, money plays an equally crucial role. After years of chasing greatness and earning undisputed titles across multiple divisions, Crawford believes he has reached a point where financial security is just as important as historical significance. Reflecting on his earlier ambitions, Crawford said his goals used to be purely competitive, but now, the risk-reward equation matters more. Facing someone as globally popular and commercially powerful as Canelo is not just about belts, it's about cementing his place in boxing history while securing generational wealth. He compared this moment to when he had the opportunity to fight Manny Pacquiao earlier in his career, highlighting how meaningful this challenge truly is for him.
Nah, nothing. Nope. You just need, like, dragons to slay. You know what I mean? Like, at this point in your life, you can't even fight a regular fighter.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I get excited when, I don't know why. I get excited when I talk about Canelo like I used to get excited about Pacquiao.
Really?
You know, I used to get so excited. Like, man, I'm going to be able to fight Pacquiao. You know, because...
Is that the one you think got away?
Yeah, it definitely did. It definitely did. I tried my ass off.
What stopped that fight from happening?
They didn't want to fight.
It's too dangerous.
They didn't want to fight. Freddie Roach said he didn't want to fight. His Pacquiao handlers didn't want to fight. You know, I believe Pacquiao, as a fighter, he wanted to fight, but...
Legendary trainer and boxing commentator Teddy Atlas offered a thoughtful analysis of the Canelo vs. Crawford matchup. While giving Canelo credit for his legacy and accomplishments, Atlas argued that Crawford is operating on a different level. In his words, Crawford is real special. He noted that Canelo no longer looks as sharp or explosive as he did during his peak, with his recent performances suggesting signs of physical decline. According to Atlas, Alvarez's once-feared dominance has faded, while Crawford continues to display remarkable athleticism, speed, and fight intelligence. Crawford's ability to adapt and outthink his opponents, Atlas says, sets him apart in today's competitive boxing landscape.
Come on, he's human. So he had a few hiccups. He won the fight. He's Terence Crawford. A lot of people say, "Oh, Teddy, you make him so good. You're always saying how great Crawford is." You know, but who's he beating? He unified the what was his first division? Lightweight. Then he unified the junior. Then he unified the junior welter, then he unified the welter. I think I got the weight classes right. It doesn't matter. He unified like 3 different weight classes. He moved up in weight. Guys are tired of me saying it. I look at him. Look, Canelo's special too. I get it. And he's bigger. I get that too. And everyone's going to say, well, after Madrimore fight again, had a couple hiccups. Now he's stepping up another weight class. Now he's got to fight Canelo, who's even bigger, stronger, better puncher. You know, a unified champion that he's been. You know, all of that stuff. He's not going to be able to handle it. I asked this question. See, I go to the other side. I say, okay, yeah, can Canelo handle the smaller guy who's going to be faster, who's going to be slicker, who's going to be better defensively, who's going to have better legs, you know, who's going to be able, sometimes Canelo at this point in his career can slow down a little bit. They're both getting older. I get it.
Amir Khan, a former world champion who shared the ring with both Canelo and Crawford, offered a valuable perspective on their impending battle. While he acknowledged the immense power that Canelo brings into every bout, he stressed that Crawford's superior movement, speed, and ring IQ could be the deciding factors. Khan explained that Crawford's defensive brilliance and precise counters make him a nightmare even for the most aggressive opponents. According to Khan, Crawford doesn't just react, he anticipates, neutralizes, and exploits weaknesses with surgical precision. Against someone like Canelo, who relies heavily on calculated pressure and body shots, that level of adaptability could prove decisive.
It could have gone either way because I had probably Skull winning by 2 rounds. I mean, I like Canelo. I think he's a great fighter, but the thing is, I think that he was looking he was picking the shots better and landing the better, cleaner shots. Canelo was marked up a little bit, but look, it could have gone either way. Anyway, regardless how the fight went, it was a great performance by both fighters, but it's made a bigger fight happen now with Canelo and Crawford. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Is there more question marks being asked in that fight now? Because a lot of people say, look, Canelo's a bigger guy. He should technically be the bigger guy, have too much weight for Crawford, but from that performance, do you feel like it's a lot tight and there's a lot more question marks in that fight?
Yeah, I mean, you need more than size, you need more than weight, you need more than everything. I mean, I think what you need now is you just need box IQ.
For Terence Crawford, this fight isn't just another paycheck, it's the defining opportunity of his entire career. He recognizes Canelo Alvarez not just as a fellow champion, but as the global face of boxing. With that recognition comes the chance to perform on the grandest possible stage and showcase his skills to a worldwide audience. Crawford is brimming with confidence, ready to seize this moment and elevate his name into permanent boxing lore. Canelo, meanwhile, wants more than just another win, he wants excitement. Reflecting on his recent fight with William Skull, which he felt lacked drama, Canelo emphasized his hope that Crawford won't come to merely survive the rounds. He wants a true battle, something that fans will remember, something that delivers fireworks. He believes Crawford has the heart and skill to provide just that.
It's a mediocre mind because they come just to survive, to go to the 12th round. That's a mediocre mind. You need to put a good fight there and put great show, you know what I mean?
Do you think Crawford will employ the same tactics to try and box?
I hope not. I hope not, because the people deserve a good fight.
What do you make of the Crawford fight next?
Huh?
How excited are you for the Crawford fight?
I'm excited. I'm gonna enjoy this win and then we can do it.
Now the question stands, who will emerge victorious from this historic clash? Will it be Canelo's devastating power and proven championship experience, or will Crawford's razor-sharp boxing IQ and strategic brilliance carry the day? Let us know your pick in the comments below.